not rewrite terms. So you what they call recast or rewrite. So you can modify existing terms. We're going to talk about how to market for that. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. You're going to get a preview for your 6-week cycle today. So we've got that all in line. Those are the 3 basics. Which means you got to stack the file. Everybody here should know how to stack a file. Oh my God, I can't believe it's still in my seminar this year. I'm getting ready to do more seminars next year, and I can't believe that I'm going to have stuff about how to stack a file. My opinion, if you're having problems stacking a file still, there are many designations out there that will teach you how to stack a file and put a lovely designation stamp on the front of your file. They are great jumping off points to learn how to stack a file. Stacking a file does nothing. The question is, what the hell's in the freaking file? All right, it's a story. We're unloading money. So what are people taught through the designations, through NAR, through the DREs? More. Got to submit more. And because people didn't get more because of me, and me jumping up on tables, what did the banks come up with? We'll give you a trial loan mod for a year to a year and a half if you tell us all about your personal financials. Touche, oh bank ole. I mean, seriously, when I come up with something good, it's like, what did they do now? I don't, and everybody tells me, Lee, you're just completely out there. There is no way. Really? Really think about this objectively. How many years have I been saying smaller, lesser files? And what are homeowners doing now? They got to the homeowners before I could get to the homeowners and telling the homeowners, hey, if you just do your financials and send it over to us, we'll give you a trial loan modification. And if that works out, maybe you'll get a full recast. By the way, nobody's ever gotten a full recast after a trial loan mod. There's actually case law on the subject of people trying to sue to get full recasts. You know why they're not going to win? Because it's the bank's money. They can do whatever the hell they want. And they're bigger and they've got more money. So let's talk about what's in the file and what really screws things up, all right? All of that is your story. No VODs, no VOEs, no VOMs. They're not going to pull credit. They're not going to pull collateral. They'll use last month's or last quarter's credit report. They won't pull anything new or updated. All right? Whatever you submit on our unloan is all that they know. If they start asking questions about 401ks and other properties, the story has been corrupted, hasn't it? Because banks don't know anything, do they? So where did they get the information? Statistically, it's probably in your file or the homeowner. That's what I've learned, okay? So where are the real simple ones? First of all, the hardship letter. This is the biggest mistake still. So I'm going to simplify it even further than the old 5 valid hardship routine. There are 2, so nobody screws this up anymore. There's no in between on this. I used to have 5 valid hardships. They've all seen this, and these are the hardships. Here's how you write it. There are 2, okay? 2. Valid hardship number 1, I don't have any money. Valid hardship number 2, I'm moving. That's it. I don't care what scenario you put into me, it's going to be one of those 2. Well, I'm getting divorced. That means you don't have money anymore. I'm relocating because of work, but I'm current. That's relocating. You're either moving or you're broke. Well, I have an illness and death in my... No money. Okay? Simplify this. How dumb are the people at the bank? Don't give them any opportunity to hear magic words like, I am in impending doom in the future and I think I'm going to be laid off next month or blah, blah. That's in the future. That's not today. What's happening today? I'm broke. I'm so broke I can't afford the E in broke. Broke. Okay? I'm broke and I need a short sale. Or I'm moving. That's it. There is nothing else. Okay? Somehow this has gotten so screwed up over the last 6 months, I have now even simplified it a step down 1 more peg. 2 of them. You're either broke or you're moving. That's it. And that's what I tell my client. You're either broke or you're moving. Write up your hardship letter. And it better not be more than a paragraph or I'm not taking it. That's it. That's all your coaching. Well, I want a short sale because there's no equity. Then I don't want to work with you. Gosh, we saved myself a lot of trouble. I'll give you a great attorney to go work with who can file a bankruptcy for you. Okay? That's it. Go help the people that want to be helped. I don't have any money. I've been laid off. I need help. I need out of this. I want to buy again in a couple of years. I want this to all be better. That's the person I'm looking for. Okay? That's the people you should be looking for. And I understand that we all work kind of hurt and scared and we take whatever deal we can put our hands on. You're not being beneficial to you. okay? For every person you help, you should get 4 good leads. For every person that gets foreclosed upon, it's not 4 people who are mad at you. It's 8 to 10, okay? It's an actual amplification. So you gotta be aware of those numbers while you're working on it. The next, my personal favorite, copies of the last 2 years of tax returns. All right, because maybe I was too complicated in the past discussing this, the first 2 pages, obviously I'm using too many big words having explained this for 3.5 years. Only the first 2 pages. Don't believe me? Read the HAFA guidelines. Don't believe me? Go on the Equator website. They just want the first 2 darn pages. Anything beyond that, I'm now going to know about 401ks. I'm going to know about all their other hidden assets. Dumb to dumb, 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 okay? Here's the other part I don't get. If you submit a 100-page file to the bank, how do you think it's not going to get lost? That's a lot of freaking paper, in my opinion. All right, I got my story. I packed it up. I've looked at it 1 time. I know that there are no issues. I know that it is less than 40 pages these days. I am ready to submit my file. I have a great file. I want to point this out. I forgot about this slide. Something I premiered in Anaheim. I want you to look closely at what loan modification requirements look like so you understand what you're up against. Here they are. Wait a minute. It looks just like a short sale request. What a coincidence. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Thank you. Forgot that slide was in there. Jumped right to the next section. All right. Let's start our call cycle. Number 1, call the bank. Ask them for their fax numbers. This is what you do on every single file. Every file. Hi, bank. Can I have the fax number for your authorization forms, where to submit my package, and where do I send my please do not contact my client? Because I don't want you calling them anymore. You're scaring them. Simple. That's so hard. How are people screwing this step up? And I know there's people watching this video going, you suck, Lee. I know. It's okay. It's going to be a good video when it's done. Call and confirm receipt, okay? These are basic fundamental steps. Last but not least, call at least once a week till it's assigned and somebody's ordered a BPO or a mitigator or whatever. I'm being nice. I prefer 3 to 5 days. If you're asking me how I do it at my office, Diana cycles 3 to 5 days on assignment. Yes, that's the way I roll. That's simplicity. That is organization. And if you're hiring a loss mitigator for your office, make sure they're anal retentive and they love system and process. It makes your world a wonderful place. Mine does. And it makes my world a wonderful place. That's it. Those are the basics of submitting a file. How does this get screwed up? How does this possibly get... I want to have a quiet moment with the people on the web. How do you guys screw this up? Really? I know. How? How? It's simple, right? I mean, this is what your designation taught you. Sorry, that was bad. All right. That was almost like a relapse moment. I really felt that that might have been an old Lee relapse. If I have them, it's okay to point them out. All right. So here's the timeline. First 1 to 4 weeks, I want to assign to a mitigator and a BPO ordered. I want you to meet the BPO person at the property. My God. Meet them. Give them comps. Lee, are you saying to influence the value that goes back into the bank? Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. That's a good close-up moment. I felt it. It's like putting quotes. I'd love to show you the whole room, and people are in awe. They're just staring at me. There's thousands of them. How's it going for you, Jack? You haven't seen me do anything in a while. Am I at least coherent again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a plus. All right, next 4 to 8 week cycle, I wanted to assign to a loss mitigator. I wanted to submit it for approval. What do I mean? The investor, Freddie, Fannie, whatever, somewhere in the next 4 to 8 week cycle. Okay? And in my last cycle, 8 to 12, I want them to tell me they have approval, that they've got and we're drafting the letter and we're getting it to you. Now, I'm going to give them new market data. Really, really good short sale people close files in 75 days. Would you like to know the criteria for a really, really super fast short sale? That would help with marketing, wouldn't it? Did you know that if you have a property that's over the value of, say, well, I don't know, $750,000, $750,000 or greater, your short sale will go 1 month faster than everybody else's? Well, Lee, that would mean that the bank only cares about big properties and big losses. Money again, yeah. Everybody following that? So if I got a bigger property, it's going to be a faster short sale. I'm also making a greater commission. Can you market that way? Actually, here in Vegas, yeah, you can. There are quite a few of those still. Personally, I'd like a $2 million property that's only worth $1 million. To me, that's a slam dunk. And if you can get a single lien, yay, touchdown. Okay, could I ask a title company for that direct information? Well, if they didn't think it was a RESPA violation because somebody told them it was, yeah, you probably could. So you'll probably have to buy that list somewhere so it's not a RESPA violation, but still a RESPA violation to get title information? I don't get that whole thing. It's a whole weird thing with me. Now, for the rest of the garbage, say, oh, I don't know, North Las Vegas, where you got properties that are $75,000, $100,000, where nobody gives a crap about them, including the homeowner. They're going to be harder, aren't they? Right? Who cares that they're losing $200,000 or $300,000 in value that some moron bought a condo for $400,000 that's only worth $100,000, like say at Trump Tower. Sorry, it's a great facility. I'm thinking of buying there. Wasn't that what they were going for? $500,000 or something?
Yep.
I can get one for $100,000 right now. That's so awesome.
You pay $1,000 a month and.
I know. I'm holding my breath. I'm thinking by next year the HOAs have to adjust on. People ask me, when are you buying out here? Next year, next winter actually. I'm waiting. I can't decide if next summer, because people like Vegas during the dead hot of summer, which to me would be the worst time to buy, but apparently people buy. So I'm going to have to wait till December or January when it's almost snowing here, and I'll buy next year. Next year should be, I can buy land. John and I will talk. We'll build. It'll be fun.
There's lots of land.
That will be fun. We should be able to buy land in nothing. I should be able to get an acre with utilities on it, dirt cheap. I'm a builder by nature. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I started as a developer, home construction lending group. That's where I was an asset manager first.
Trenton.
Yes.
They were
Now you're
Boulder
starting to
City.
see the whole circle
They
of
used to
life.
live in Boulder City, didn't they?
Yeah. So that's the timeline. That's the one you want to follow if you want to do cut and dry stuff. All right. So I got the cut and dry stuff out of the way. Let's notch it up one level, because that's the simple stuff. That's the stuff you learn from at NAR if you were taking an educational process, perhaps other designations of four-letter nature. That's the basics. That's what you get for your 4 hours, all right? That's not what's going to close a short sale, okay? It is about the philosophy of the bank. And I'm going to teach it to you. And I'm going to teach you what I know on the subject. So let's start from the very beginning. It starts with a quiz. I premiered the quiz. The quiz was great, right? This will teach you once and for all how a bank works. Much like a class, you need a quiz. So the first question on my quiz is, how much does the bank want to make back on every file? I will give you help. It is a 4.5% interest, 30-year amortized. Did I say 4.5% on 100,000, 30-year fixed? How much do they want back?
You're looking at me?
Yeah, just pick a number out of the air.
I don't know.
Okay. Anybody want to take a stab? She knows the answer. You don't get to answer.
I won't say anything.
All right. Anybody else want to take a stab? You guys are very... Look, I'm not that... This is nicely now, okay? Old Lee would have demanded... What do you think, Susan? How much?
No. $1 more.
No. That is not the answer. And you saw the answer at the 2-day. Shame on you. The correct answer, how much can I get back? Oh yeah, over the lifetime of the loan, you're probably paying me back $250,000 based on interest and fees. That's about how it works over 30 years. Haven't you heard those commercials? Do you know how much you're paying the bank over the next 30 years? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because I borrowed the money at 5%. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm paying them back. I signed a contract. Well, the minute you say the word short sale, you're forgetting. We're unloaning money, right? So what do we say when we say short sale to a bank? We have just rang the dinner bell and say, it's a collection now. All right? So I got a $100,000 loan. How much does the bank want back? How much can I get back? Previously, they wanted prepayment penalties. The reason your file isn't going to work, because they're getting 100% of their money. They don't care. You got to make them care a little bit. I mean, there's got to be some kind of, kick to get them through the front door. How much commissions do the banks pay right now? And those of you watching going, 5%. That's what I was told in my class. It's 5%. And I should only expect to get 5%. If I have both ends of the deal,